Hello students, in this session we will calculate the example on Beverly lattice diagram with the consideration of the effect of both reflection and refraction lattice. Clear? So for that it is given that consider a system which is shown in figure number 1 and you have to plot the reflection and refraction diagram for this system. Here it is given that a unit step wave which is approaches to the system from the left, from that means from the point A. If you wish you can write over here point A. So first of all we need to calculate the reflection and refraction coefficient for this diagram. So yes, we will know very well in advance that the equation of reflection coefficient which is equal to A, which is equal to Z minus ZC divided by Z plus ZC. One more thing here in diagram, the transmission line is sectionalized with the cable and the surge impedance of transmission line is given as 500 ohm and the surge impedance of this cable is given as a 50 ohm. And one more once again the surge impedance of transmission line which is a 500 ohm. So as we know the reflection coefficient which is equal to A, which is equal to Z minus ZC divided by Z plus ZC. Now just recall the previous theory which we have derived or drew from the for the lattice diagram, which shows the understanding that how to draw the Beverly lattice diagram. So from that understanding just we give or divide this overall transmission line or overall figure into number of section with according to the junction. So here at junction 1 and junction 2, that means after the transmission line it will converted or transmission line which is terminated into the cable. That means a medium of line is get converted or changed from the transmission line to cable. Same way here from cable to transmission line. So there are two section is given in this example. Section 1 which is transmission line to cable, section 2 which is the from cable to transmission line. So clear? For this network or for this system we have to draw the reflection and diffraction coefficient. Just reduce the size for the understanding purpose. Okay, over here point A. So this, as we have seen the previous theory, that we need to first assign the reflection and diffraction coefficient over here. So if the wave is approach, or let me first draw a different color, the red for the reflection coefficient, or I can say for the A. So from the section 1 or from the junction 1, if the wave is reflected, then it is reflected from the left hand side, then it is multiplied by the A1. We will calculate the value of this reflection and refraction coefficient, but first just assign the values that what we have to calculate for the solution of this example. Then similarly at A1 dash, same way over here at junction 2, if it is reflected reflected at the left hand side, then it is A2 as at the junction 2, and if it is reflected at the right hand side, then it is A2 dash. Next, similarly for the refraction coefficient I will use the black color. Clear? And same way we can consider the values. Just for understanding, I will here consider the dash sign to the across as we have considered in our theory portion. Clear? So from the junction 1, if the wave is refracted at the left hand side, then I will multiply with the reflection coefficient, which is b1 dash. Same way, if it is refracted at the right hand side from this junction 1, then I will multiply with the b1. Similarly for the junction 2, which is b2 dash and b2. If you wish, you can write that A indicates the reflection coefficient into bracket A, and this B will indicate the refraction coefficient. Clear? So now we need to calculate each and every coefficient, reflection and refraction coefficient. So for reflection we need to calculate 4 reflection coefficient, which is A1 A2 and A1 dash A2 dash. So we have the equation here. For the reflection, we observe that it is a total 4 reflection coefficient, and among them 2 are the positive and 2 will be negative. How? Because a 2 will be, that means A1 and A2, which is at the opposite side of the distance. If I will consider that the wave is traveling from the left to right and the direction of this transmission line is increased, x is increased from the left to right, then A1 and A2 will be in the negative direction of x. That's why here I will consider A1 is equal to A2. Clear? Which shows the actual reflection in negative direction of x. We will calculate and see the answer that you will understand. Z is equal to, yes, which is a 50 minus 500 divided by Z plus ZC, which is 550. So the answer is minus 0.818, which shows the reflection of traveling wave to the opposite direction of x, where we have considered that x shows the length of transmission line is increasing from the A point to B, or I can say from the left hand side to right hand side. Clear? And same way we will calculate the A1 dash and A2 dash are in the direction of x. That means the magnitude of this A1 and A2 dash is in positive direction of x. That's why here we will consider minus A1 dash, which is equal to minus A2 dash, and which is equal to this whole equation, which is a minus of minus 0.818, which is equal to 0.818. So here we have calculated total 4 reflection coefficient. You can select either of two as minus 0.818 and either of two as 0.818. Any of the two you will select. If you have selected as A2 dash and A1 dash is equal to minus 0.818, then you have to select the A1 and A2 as plus 0.818. Clear? Just because of two of these coefficient is travel with x and the two of these coefficient is travel in opposite direction of x. Clear? Now next we have to calculate the refraction coefficient. So for refraction coefficient, I will write over here b1 dash is equal to 2, or reflection coefficient b is equal to, let me first write the generalized equation. B is equal to 2z divided by z plus zc. Clear? So for the b1 dash, over here it shows the refraction of the traveling wave from the junction at the left hand side. So b1 dash, which is equal to 2z divided by z plus zc. Now here which z you will select or you will consider as a zc and z. So I will write for this b1, let me first, yes, this is the general equation of the refraction coefficient. I will write for the coefficient of b1 dash, which is equal to 2z. Now instead of z, I will consider the value of this surge impedance in which this reflection wave is traveling. That means the surge impedance of transmission line, which is z1. So I will write 2z1 divided by z1 plus z2. Clear? I will explain again. Here I have written the generalized equation of the reflection coefficient. Now here we have to select the value of this numerator z, and for that we have to select the value on which this traveling wave is travel. So same way I can write here for b2, as b2 is travel on this transmission line with the surge impedance of z1. So I can write b2 is equal to b1 dash, which is equal to 2z1 divided by z1 plus z2. Clear? So just to substitute the value, you will get the final answer, which is 1.82. Clear? Now similarly, same way we will calculate the rest of the refraction coefficient. That means for the b1 and b2 dash. Look at over here, b1 here, which is travel on this cable, and the surge impedance of cable is given is equal to 50 ohm, or I can say a z2. So I can write over here 2 into z2 divided by z1 plus z2. Similarly, I can write for this b2 dash. b2 dash, it is travel on the cable, and the surge impedance of cable is z2. So I will write same for the b2 dash. I hope you are clear with the calculation of the refraction and reflection coefficient. Here the final answer is 0.182. So here we have calculated all these 4 and 4 total 8 coefficients of traveling wave. Among them 4 are the reflection coefficient and 4 are the refraction coefficient. Here 2, 4, 6 and 8. So total 8 coefficient we have calculated. Now just draw the reflection and refraction coefficient in this transmission line. So let us draw. Let me remind you once again, this horizontal distance shows the distance of the transmission line. Horizontal line shows the distance of the transmission line. Over here, the vertical line shows the time traveling or time taken to travel the transmission, the reflection or refraction wave through this transmission line. We'll write over here time in generally it is in microsecond. Clear? So we'll draw over here started from 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 and so on. Clear? Just extend this dotted line which shows the section or junction. Clear? So if you wish you can write over here this is junction 1, junction 2 for the transmission line, and we know very well at each junction the traveling wave has two possibilities, whether it will get reflected or it will get refracted. Clear? And here we have to plot both the possibilities. So let us start, as it is given that unit step wave which is approaching into the system from the left hand side. So just draw the unit step wave. Let me use the different color. Yes, which is reach to the junction 1. A magnitude of this wave is 1, as it is given that unit step wave which is approach to the junction 1. Now at junction 1 again there are two possibilities. The first one is it is get reflected. So we have to multiply with a1 into 1. So the value of a1 which is minus 0.818. So the first answer is minus 0.818, or if you wish you can write over here the first answer is a1 which is equal to minus 0.818. Next, the second possibility is it will get refracted, and if it is refracted then from the junction 1 it will refracted and reach to the junction 2, and if it is refracted then here look at over here, just recall the previous theory. If the traveling wave is get refracted from the junction 1 at the right hand side, then we have to multiply with the coefficient, or I can say refraction coefficient b1. So b1 into 1, which is b1 into 1. So b1 is equal to 0.182, which is 0.182. If you wish you can write 1 into b1 over here. Yes, 1 into a1, 1 into b1 which is equal to 0.182. Clear? Now at this point again there are two possibilities. The first one is refraction from this junction, and the second one is reflection over here. And if it is refracted then we have to multiply with the a2. Not it is a2. Yes, it is a2. That means if it is, yes, a2, that means the magnitude of this 0.812 will get multiplied with the a2, or I can say simply at the third point I can write b1 which you will get over here into this reflection coefficient from the junction 2, which where the wave is approaching from the left hand side, which is a2. So b1 into a2. So b1 into a2 is equal to minus 1.182. 9. Clear? So we will get over here the value of minus 1.49, which is B1 into A2. Now yes, one more thing left over here. We have to calculate the refraction at the junction 2, which is the fourth one, which is B1, yes, B1 into the refraction from the junction 2 at the right hand side, which is B1 into B2. So B1 into B2, which is equal to 0.3312. So I will write over here 0.3312. Clear? Now the wave is reached at here. We will not get any reflection or refraction at this both the point, as there is no line termination, there is a end of the transmission line, so there is a open circuit line, so there is no reflection and diffraction you will get over here. Clear? Next, again from this point there are two possibilities, refraction and reflection. Next, so from the junction 1, if it is refracted, over here, then we have to multiply the fifth one. We have written, yes, B1 into A2 into refraction at the right hand side from the junction 1, which is B1 dash. So which is equal to into B1 dash, which is minus 2.71, which is minus 2.71. I will write over here all the values, so if you wish you can verify it by yourself. Clear? Just compare this example with the previous theory. So from here the reflection, yes, so reflection you will get the B1 B2, yes, over here, which is B1 into B2, which is equal to a B1 B2 into B1 into A2. B1, just yes, carefully multiply the reflection and refraction coefficient. B1 A2 into the reflection from the junction 1 at the right hand side, which is A1 dash. So can write B1 A2 into A1 dash. So the final answer for this reflection is minus 1.217. So it is minus 1.217. Clear? Same way from here it will get reflected and the refracted. Clear? So on and so forth, you have to successively calculate the reflection and refraction coefficient. In your exam, it is asked to draw this diagram for the certain time limit. If it is said that for the 6 microseconds, so for that you need to calculate up to this. That means, yes, let me write the next answer for this. It is minus point, yes, B1 A2. I will write just final value over here, or numeric, not numerical, just the coefficient over here. Just verify it by yourself. So here we will get the B1 A2 into A1 dash into, yes, over here it is B1 A2 then again yes, b1 a2 a1 dash into the b2. Clear? Same way over here you will get the next answer. From this reflection you will get the b1 a2 b1 dash b1 a2 b1 dash into reflection, which is a2, reflection at the right hand side from the junction 2, which is a2. So I will write over here a2 square. Same way at this point we will write the b1 a2 b1 dash into the refraction coefficient, which is at the left hand side from the junction 1, which is b1 dash. So I can write b1 dash square. Same way here and so on. So for this is how we will calculate the example based on the Bewley-Lattice diagram. Just we need to calculate the reflection and refraction coefficient. One more thing, let me remind you again, you have total 4 reflection coefficient. Among them 2 are in the positive direction of x and 2 are in the opposite direction of the x. So for that you have to consider any 2 reflection coefficient as in positive number and the rest of the 2 are in negative number. Here we have considered a1 and a2 as a positive number, clear, and a1 dash and a2 dash as a negative. Same way we have to calculate the refraction coefficient, and for the calculation of the refraction coefficient we have to calculate the refraction based on which based on the traveling wave is traveled on the transmission line or on the cable, and based on that we have to select the surge impedance in our numerator. Clear? Here this is the generalized equation for the refraction coefficient, and in that we have to select this impedance based on which the traveling wave is travel. If it is travel on transmission line, then we have to select this value of z from for the surge impedance of transmission line, and if it is the travel on the cable, then we have to select the value of this z for the surge impedance of the cable. And then after we have to just draw the lattice diagram. And let me remind you again, the Bewley-Lattice diagram is provide us the track record of the traveling wave, which is travel on the transmission line. After successive reflection and refraction, at which point a traveling wave is available, we can track based on this lattice diagram. I hope you have clear the example based on the Bewley lattice diagram.